The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest.
Against Portugal.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. There's the whistle. Well, here's your hero, goal scorer, match winner, saviour, all in one. Lionel Messi is indeed one of a kind, and history shows that he is all of those things and so much more.
Yeah, and we can testify to that, having covered quite a few of those games where he showed the very best qualities.
Yeah, time after time, it is a tale of the extraordinary, and we've come to expect the extraordinary from him.
We have.
Messi hurtling down that right flank. And it's Xabi Alonso. Another pass just keeps it ticking over. Messi! Goal! Atletico Paranaense! And Atletico Paranaense take the lead. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
So, a breakthrough already. Xabi Alonso receives it in a good position here. Takes a shot! It's a goal! And they're at it again in double quick time. The invitation was clear, and it was accepted with the utmost glee.
Well, that pretty much works out as a gift due to the space he was afforded in the box.
Atletico Paranaense are now luxuriating in a two-goal lead.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
And here's Messi. Passing is crisp. Great chance! Yes! Such thrill, such noise, and how this matters. You give him an inch and he'll take a mile. Such immaculate precision.
The keeper deserves some sympathy there. He may not have seen that until too late.
A case now of complete control.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
And it's made its way to him.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Now it's Cruyff. And that is a little undercooked. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Oh, he's played it in low. Costa Curta gets good distance on it. Coming up to half-time, leading, and things are looking pretty good. Nesta promptly onto that, and that is that. Short changes him with that pass. Vieira. Now it's Messi. Oh, well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Messi. Struck first time. What a hit, the save was firm.
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really...
And the finish! They want to be quick to recover this. Messi.
How many interceptions have we...
And the referee brings the first half to a close. Well, who would have thought it? A huge chasm between the two teams already, and it might grow even wider in this second half.
Atletico Paranaense absolutely dominated that half, Peter, and now it's all about game management. There's no need to overstretch themselves. Just stay calm and see this one out.
Atletico Paranaense are cruising it at half-time, 3-0 ahead. And we are back underway. Now that looks a decent ball. Lam is someone so often referred to as the defender's defender. Vieira. Nedved. Deep cross. He gets big. Oh, he got himself into a great position.
Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible.
Some resolute defending there. This looks promising. Oh, the ball's run loose here. He's on it. Can he get away? And he's heaved it away and reclaimed it in a trice. Messi. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. And he's on his way! He's going for goal! Well, now it's a race for the ball. He'll try to keep this alive. And it's Xabi Alonso. Messi. Now he's got space here. Neatly clipped into space. And that's a simple one for the keeper. He's shifting through the gears here. Decent chance! Oh, taken with style. Players ecstatic, fans delirious. This is utopian. And that is fabulous. A true beauty of a goal.
Well, it's one of those, Peter, when you've got to take your hat off and just say, too good.
And that's it. And that's where we have to end it. From me, Peter Drury, and my co-commentator, Jim Beglin. A very good evening to you all.
And now, please turn towards the screen for a special presentation featuring our guest...
So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. So that's got things underway. So the ever-ready Jordi Alba looking to go full throttle from the outset as ever, Jim.
He'll have a very busy game as usual, Peter, constantly going up and down that flank. He's got the pace, he's got the work ethic, and some great crossing too.
And so a great source of assists, of course.
Absolutely, like all the best fullbacks, Peter.
You'd know. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Oh, played right into his path. And that is as far as they're going to go. Now it's Cruyff. Can he get it through? And this is Messi. Oh, that's fab. Can he finish? Goal! Atletico Paranaense! Gorgeous. Just gorgeous.
It's almost poetry in motion, Peter, isn't it? The way he wraps his foot round the ball so effortlessly. Amazing.
So, a breakthrough already.
Number 10, Lionel Messi.
Now it's Messi, and he's in on great chance! And he was there to get a vital touch.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Nice try, but he wasn't buying it. Messi. Lovely pass, but Messi! And yes, it's there! And they're at it again in double quick time. So smooth. A signature finish.
Well, I was impressed with both the movement and the pass, both causing lots of problems for that defence.
Atletico Paranaense are now... And Messi! Messi! Oh, that is beautiful! A finish right from the top draw. How good is he right now? His boots twinkling at their golden best. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
Clinical, just clinical. What a game this is turning out to be for him.
Well, talk about being...
Oh, that's a foul, and the whistle's gone. And that's going to be a booking. Well, there is concern on the faces of the players standing around him here.
Well, I think the alternative was to stand there and do nothing while he tried to score, and obviously he's not going to allow that, Peter, is he?
This certainly looks appetising, well within shooting range. Nedved! Forward tracking back like that, always appreciated by the crowd.
Yeah, listen, we often get critical of a forward's tackle, but that was squeaky clean.
And that's a simple one for the keeper. Looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. Maldini. Played out towards the right wing. Lovely bit of skill. Lahm making good progress on the right-hand side. Nesta can get it clear. Vieira! Oh, what a mistake! Cross into the box. Up he goes! And somehow he's managed to miss it.
I just wonder what was on his mind there. Should have put his foot right through it.
Nesta.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
Nedved. It's Nedved! Oh, that's a waste.
It wasn't the best strike, to be honest, Peter. The pass might have been a better option there.
Ferdinand. Jordi Alba. Busquets. And we hit half-time. Well, the mood in the two camps couldn't be more different as they go in for half-time. Elation on one side, misery on the other.
It's an eye-catching scoreline, but it's a fair reflection on what we've just seen in this first half, Peter. Now they just need to make sure they retain their focus until the very end. No slip-ups.
Atletico Paranaense, 3 goals to the good after a really excellent first half that's been intriguing to watch. Plenty of highlights to show you during the break.
Substitution on the field. Number 6, Messi. Number 10.
So off we go once more.
Coming on the field. Number 13, Neymar.
And it's Cruyff.
Number 17, Gullit.
That has been cut short. And here's Messi. Plays a sharp little ball here. Backward it goes. Oh, that is a good ball to find him. Neymar. That's Busquets. And it's Dembele. Oh, that's really good play on the right. He's driving forward. Atletico Paranaense really do look to have it all sewn up here. Alonso. Neymar! And the keeper threw out a limb.
Well, if they hope to have any chance of turning this round, they have to abandon their shoot-on-sight policy. It's just not working.
West Bromwich with the corner, there first. They've played it short. Atletico Paranaense have the chance to go the other way. Tries to pass it through. Oh, Red, nice interception. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Gullit. Lahm did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. And he was quick to react. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Atletico Paranaense clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Gullit. Now Son Heung-min. Busquets. And that's another good win of the ball. Nesta. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Atletico Paranaense clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Cruyff. And a chance! Relentless! Just relentless! Comfort, yet more comfort, easing away. We knew what was coming, and he has outfoxed the keeper again.
Not even a hint of hesitation. That is such a cool finish.
He's got 4. That is remarkable. Atletico Paranaense are at the peak of their powers. As for their opponents, a long way from that. No, he wasn't being taken in by that trickery.
Variety is the spice of footballing life too. They need to alter their approach and start shifting this ball out wide.
There will be 1 minute added time.
That's a lovely, neat pass. And that is that. Atletico Paranaense really have hit the heights. A tour de force that has left their opponents reeling. And that is what tends to happen when they do their thing. Messi, very much the man of the moment. His boots at their twinkling best. Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury, and this is Jim Beglin. A delight to have him on board.
Glad to be here, Peter, and I'm ready to rumble.
Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. So we're up and running.
Well, if you're looking for a match winner, Peter, look no further.
Lionel Messi, the great genius himself. It felt almost unfair at times, didn't it, the way he just seemed to sweep the opposition aside. Even traditional bogey teams were just powerless to resist him when he was on his game.
Yeah, and I remember one game against the boys from Madrid when that famous front three were simply unplayable. They each scored a goal, with Messi grabbing the last.
And Messi! Oh, full marks for that effort.
Oh, it looked like he tried to give it some extra whip.
Van Dijk. Chiellini. And it's De Jong. And here's Hullet. And it's Rui Costa. Cruyff. Can he get it through? Well, that's beautifully weighted. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Atletico Paranaense still without a single shot on target. Aimed beyond the defence. Messi. And here's Messi. Vieira. Well, that is one way to stop him. Cruyff. Oh, super ball. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Now it's Hullet. Hullet goes on a run down the left wing. Rui Costa.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
He has found the way through. Tries to cross. Firm header just off target.
And he did so well to get himself there. What a good effort.
Atletico Paranaense with the corner. They're first. And now they can spring out of defence. Van Dijk, very much a man of this moment. Van Dijk. To Maldini. De Jong is sporting a guilty look after that.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
He's got away. In by Hullet. Cleared away. Messi. So what can they make of this? Maldini promptly onto that, and that is that. And there's the end of the first half. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings. So we reach the halfway point, and neither side have yet been able to force the issue. It's 0-0.
Substitution for Atletico Paranaense. Number 5, Suarez.
we're underway again.
Messi.
Well, I suppose from a defensive perspective, Peter, neither manager can be too unhappy. I just wonder which team is going to up the ante first.
For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. He rises! Goal!
Well, it's hardly a great surprise to see him doing something thrilling, and it should send a strength and courage through every one of his teammates from here.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Atletico Paranense are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Atletico Paranaense have penetrated for the first time.
Well, it looks like a bit of half-time encouragement was all that was needed, because we have a very different game on our hands now, Peter.
And it's Cruyff. Tries to pass it through. Your impression so far, Jim?
There's a lot of football still to be played, Peter, so ideally they need to maintain an attacking endeavour.
Now that looks a decent ball. Fired. Shapes to shoot! In for the pieces! It's there! They have grabbed themselves an equaliser!
Well, you have to credit the desire there. These boys knew they were in a battle, and they did exactly what was needed to get back into it. That's going to make the boss just a little happy now.
And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Such good movement. Some players have that natural ability to be in the right place at the right time. We've just seen the perfect example.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week.
He's tried one! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he? Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Messi plays it short. Now it's Messi. Knocks it into space. And now a sudden chance to counter. Gnabry is always looking to play quality balls.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Now it's Messi. Great vision. And the finish! He's got a goal! And the comeback is complete! It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? Oh, that's fabulous. Pullet plays it in.
When it's delivered early like that, defenders just can't get themselves set. This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
And this is Cruyff. Maldini cuts it out. Costa Curta. Moved on forwards. Confirmation that there will be 4 minutes stoppage time. De Jong. And that will be the final act. A game that is a tale of one that got away. A position of great promise they established, but they lost momentum, they lost intensity, they lost their lead, and ultimately they lost the game. How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
It can be difficult at times playing in front of your own fans if you're not living up to the expectations. And I think with confidence looking a little fragile at the moment, they were playing not to lose more than trying to win. And I think everything was just a letdown because of that.
Oh, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion.
Against Milan.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. There's the whistle. Well, there's the man we're all here to see, the thriller-minute Neymar. He really does turn every game into a showbiz occasion. So I wonder, Jim, what is in today's show?
Well, plenty, we hope, Peter. Being the kind of player who likes to take it upon himself to win, whether it's his vision and creativity or being more direct in providing a threat up front, we're bound to see something special, I hope.
Because we always have in the past.
Indeed.
Aimed beyond the defence. Oh, that looks a cracking ball. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Plays a sharp little ball here. Oh, there's a probing ball.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Xavi Alonso. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. And that is a little undercooked. Quarter of an hour played. Great vision. Neymar. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Neymar. Neymar plays it in. Messi. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Serginho gets across to intercept that.
Yeah, the crowd have tried to spark some excitement, but to no avail. This needs something explosive.
Cafu, well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Knocks it into space. Half an hour played now. Xavi Alonso. Rijkaard pulls off an exemplary piece of defending. Well, good play on the left-hand side here. Stood up well to him there. Played out towards the right wing. That's a promising run he's making on the right. Lam gets into some space. Bastoni getting this one clear. And it's Eze. Eze takes control of it and he's on the move. Xavi Alonso. Nicely weighted ball. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. No, he refuses to take the bait. Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. What do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
Well, simply put, Peter, they haven't been good enough to trouble the opposition. They need to play with more courage in the second half and a lot more intent.
So we reach the halfway point, and neither side have yet been able to force the issue. It's 0-0.
Substitution for Atletico Paranaense. Number 18. Number 6.
And that's the start of another 45 minutes.
Number 13.
Well, both sides are eager to get going. Here's hoping that it's a good sign. Things are about to change. We need a little more life in this.
Number 17. Bale. Number 21. Guti.
Pinches it off him. Guti. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Nedved. That's a nicely shaped ball.
That's alert and sharp and very well played.
Nedved proves just a little bit too strong. Kola! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Kohler really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
And we have our very first corner. Pings it across.
Oh, that was one big no-no when you've got a queue formed in the box.
That's a lovely, neat pass. And here's Messi. Oh, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. And here's Messi. Lahm delivers. Very few chances to talk of, Jim. Defence is, it seems, on top here.
Yeah, I think it's a scoreline in keeping with what we've seen up to this point. Combined attempts at goal aren't high in numbers, and we could do with something to spark this contest into life.
Bale, a player who needs no introduction. Back into the middle. Atletico Paranaense still have the cards to affect this game. And that's really well manoeuvred. And here's Messi. He's found a way through. Oh, that's a foul, and the whistle's gone. And that's going to be a booking.
Well, he was the one player you had to keep away from the area. Not the best way to do it, though.
Nedved ready to try one. And a real chance to break the deadlock. Nedved!
Substitution in progress.
Corner number 2 then. He's got full. He scores! Finally, the deadlock is broken.
There was this feeling that the game was petering out, but credit for never losing their focus despite things not going as planned. Now comes the question, will they stick or twist?
Pick that one out. It was a bullet.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
So we have the first goal.
Look, experienced voices need to be heard now, along with good purpose and urgency, and they can get right back into this.
Kola is onto it in a flash. Now it's Bale. He's through, now is he in? And it's Ribery. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that.
Atletico Paranaense surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would...
Kola! He's got a goal! 2 ahead, late in the day, game over surely. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Atletico Paranaense are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. Well, we're on the way. Well, at 6'6", and with that sort of a physique, Jim, Daniel van Bouten was only ever going to be a monstrous centre-half, wasn't he?
Yeah, and a very good one at that. The first Belgian, I believe, to become a European champion at club level.
Yes, he was. And to do that, you've got to be pretty handy. Vieira. Tries to pass it through. Oh, that... Luis Suarez! Superb goal!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate. On heels rather than toes.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
Barcelona finding themselves unexpectedly behind. Suarez showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Just eases him off the ball. Beckham proves just a little bit too strong. So just a one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. And they're not going to make any further progress now. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Look at the space here. Chance for a shot! It's in! They have grabbed themselves an equaliser.
Well, you have to credit the desire there. These boys knew they were in a battle, and they did exactly what was needed to get back into it. That's going to make the boss just a little happy now.
Wonderful. It's net! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Atletico Paranaense with their first corner. The first in the game for either side, actually. And now a sudden chance to counter. And it's Cruyff. Cruyff powering forward here.
Deserved a better ball there. He's right to be disappointed.
And the pass is intercepted. Barcelona disappointing in the end there. They lack urgency. Rodri. And here's Suarez.
Suarez really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Nicely weighted ball. Shot could be on. Oh, what has happened here? That's going to go a long way. Can he get on the end of this? Beckham. And they're quick to get it back. Kukçu is always scanning the pitch for targets. Kukçu, good purposeful running this. And there's the end of the first half. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time. That's been a decent 45 minutes. Competitive, certainly, and a goal each.
Thank you for your cooperation. Substitution.
Atletico Paranaense get the ball rolling for the second period.
Atletico Paranaense are probably feeling relatively good about themselves, so I don't think the manager has seen anything to change in his half-time team talk.
Now, who's going to be first to this? Now the delivery. Atletico Paranaense come out of the tunnel having undergone a change at half-time.
Well, I'm assuming that this is going to end up as a tactical change, Peter.
And here's Bale. Looking to play him in. Lahm picks it up out wide. And he gets rid in a hurry. Nedved cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
He needs a minder, and one of his teammates should be picking up on that, and quickly.
Goes for goal! Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Beckham. Short changes him with that pass. Barcelona appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
Atletico Paranaense perhaps contemplating their next change here. Possession football, Jim, we're seeing plenty of it. What is it, though, that really makes it work?
Well, for me, what makes it work is the fact that everyone in this team has the courage to show for the ball. You can't shy away from it. You can't hide.
Decent chance! Goal! Barcelona! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! And that really is so impressive.
Yeah, that's what the game is all about. Excitement and entertainment. What a lovely moment.
Substitution in progress.
Now some movement on the bench, and we are going to see a change. So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Well, they've done the hard part now, Peter. Can they cling on, or even better, can they get another?
Bergomi wins the duel this time. Ribéry. Now it's Raul. Bale. And he was alert to it. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Lahm gets into a good position. Oh, what a climb! No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Great run on the overlap here.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Bale.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Nesta. Raul. Time added on will be 2 minutes. That's that, the end. Well, what a game. Unpredictable to the very end, momentum shifting this way and that. The kind of match, as neutrals, we all love to come and see. How would you summarise what we've seen today? The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. There's the whistle. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Yeah, Jan Oblak. He's not someone you often see pulling off spectacular saves, but that's about the highest compliment you can give a goalkeeper because it speaks to his positioning and his organisational abilities. He's just about the best there is when it comes to claiming crosses and high balls into the box too, and is just the kind of presence that spreads a composure and a confidence to his defence and throughout the team.
I'm thinking the same. He will be a central feature, no doubt. Now it's Cruyff. He's had it taken off him. Well, they've got it again. Now it's Bebeto. And that's a good ball. Danger averted for now. Referee's given a throw. Good take, and is he... Cruyff! And that is doing no harm at all.
Oh, how about that touch, Peter? I mean, that was brilliant. He got the ball to go exactly where he wanted it. The touch was perfection, the finish, imperfection.
And this is Cruyff. He's shifting through the gears here. Lovely bit of skill. And that was nowhere near his best. And he's gone looking for safety. Nicked it back promptly. Tries to play it through. Maldini gets it away. Looking to play him in. That has been cut short. Atletico Paranaense so far providing no real test at all for the goalkeeper. Great vision. That's been slipped through. He's found the way. Tries a shot! Rijkaard is there to clear. Lam. Cannavaro can get it clear. Mateus, very much a man of this moment. Spread out to the left. And Bebeto! Goal! Japan! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
So we have the first goal.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter...
Shot a goal! Johan Cruyff, an individual masterpiece! That is a gem! An absolute gem! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Such a well-worked finish. It looked like he was going to be shut down, but he thrives in situations like that.
Japan, just the goalkeeper to beat. Chance, surely! And it's in! With half-time at hand. Perfect timing. The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Well, from the moment he got involved, he looked as if he'd go all the way. Terrific.
And there's the end of the first half. It's been thrills and spills at either end in the first half. Neither side really seizing the initiative, and both teams still very much in it. It is quite a game, breathless and laced with excitement.
Well, I think the message from the manager at half-time will be pretty simple, Peter. He's going to want them to play at a higher tempo, press more, higher up the pitch, pass quicker, and entice the opposition out of position. He knows how crucial the next goal will be.
Substitution for Atletico Paranaense. Number 18. Number
Whistle
13.
goes, and we start the second half.
Number 6.
Atletico Paranaense can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Number 21. Guti.
No messing about,
Number
just
17,
bludgeoned away.
Bale.
And it's Lam. That's gone for a throw-in. Atletico Paranaense come out this half somewhat altered.
Well, we're certainly going to see a change in personnel. We'll see if the system changes with it.
Just eases him off the ball. And the pass is intercepted. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Guti. Now it's Bale. So we've reached the hour mark. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
And this is Cruyff. Atletico Paranaense are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. Bebeto. Schmeichel gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Japan clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Chance for a shot! No mistake! And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
Just way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
Substitution for Atletico Paranaense. Number 10. Messi.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
Number 9.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
Taking place.
The crowd are calling for this to be put to bed. There's little sympathy about.
Guti. Cannavaro concedes a free kick for that. Well, it is plumb centre, but it is a fair way out on the very cusp of credible shooting range. Oh, brilliant stop from Oblak! That's a fine save.
Absolutely terrific. Terrific reflexes. Goalkeeping at its very best.
And we have our very first corner. He's got tall. Oh, taken with style. Right back in the game. What a header. Flashed in with the crispest of contacts.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
We have got ourselves a game here.
Well, they'll just be praying that one more chance falls their way before the whistle goes.
And that's put paid to a promising move. Oh, that's fabulous. Ribéry! So close to drawing level.
That was extremely good focus from the keeper, and it could turn out to be quite a significant moment.
Good reason for optimism here. Looking for options for movement. Big header! And yes, it's there! They have stolen level at the last! Picked that one out. It was a bullet.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
So all square with almost no time remaining.
credit where it's due. This is...
And the shot! Oh, that's incredible! And that has raised the roof! And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
Added minutes has been indicated.
Japan take the lead. Now it's just a question of holding on.
Well, look, Peter, I feel I've got to stress that there's still time for another, so we can't be too presumptuous yet.
Nesta spots it and intercepts. Atletico Paranaense do have a chance to counter here. Oh, the chip pass hasn't quite come off. Big chance! It's loose now. And they could be caught out here. And again! And that's it. Atletico Paranaense can justifiably find this a hard one to swallow. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. And already we're underway here. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
One of the game's best ever, Cristiano Ronaldo. He brings a power to whatever he does, and his unquenchable thirst for goals is always an enjoyable sideshow. It's very rare he fails to leave his mark.
Hard to disagree with that. It is the sort of situation he thrives in. And here's Messi. Alonso. Messi. And he's in on goal. And he shoots! He scores!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate. On heels rather than toes.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Argentina finding themselves unexpectedly behind. Now it's Luis Suarez. Atletico Paranaense leading here thanks to that early goal. And the score is 1-0. And he's there to retrieve it. Nice bit of trickery. Xavi Alonso. It's a searching pass. Just eases him off the ball. And he's been shifted off it. And there's his chance to lead the counter. And it's shoots! It's there! They are right back in business.
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they'll want another.
Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
It's just sloppy to lose the ball like that, Peter. The ease which they were able to cut through them from there, that definitely doesn't have a good look about it.
That has certainly made things interesting.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Plays a sharp little ball here. Oh, they can break here. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Vieira. Pele. Searching pass he's played there. Ah, and that pass just didn't quite work. Oh, there's a probing ball. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That was well played. Well stopped.
Oh, well played. Now, who's going to be first to this? And the pass is intercepted. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Threads one in. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. He's shifting through the gears here. There's the whistle for half-time. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square.
Just a quick
So in they come for the break with nothing to separate them. The score 1-1.
On the road outside the stadium. Substitution for Atletico Paranaense. Number 5, Suarez.
Argentina kick off the second half.
Messi. Number 13.
And this is Rivaldo.
Number 6.
Maldini.
Johan Cruyff.
Atletico Paranaense do appear to have made a half-time change.
Well, I think this is probably a good time, Peter, to make ambitious change.
Number 3.
Turns and goes back. And it's Vieira.
17, Bale.
Played out wide. And here's Bale. Scholes is the team's great visionary. Cristiano Ronaldo. Vieira does really well to win the ball there. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. And no, that was never going to make it. Now it's Ribery. That pass has been well intercepted. Ribery. Scholes. Now it's Rivaldo. Bale. Looking to play him in. And the shot! Atletico Paranaense perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution. And it's Bale. Bale going face to face with his great rival. Shapes to shoot! Same again, same outcome.
Well, the breakthrough hasn't come yet, Peter, but you do feel they're upping the ante here. They'll get their reward if they can stick at this.
Substitutions taking place.
Atletico Paranaense with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. And they've got a throw. And now they can clear their lines. Tries to pass it through. Nedved with the delivery. And it's hoisted clear. He's found a way through. Lofted in.
Well, not the worst attempt. A little technical tweak should help the quality.
And here's Bale. It's loose and there's a race for the ball.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
Now, can they get him away?
Bale really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support was arriving quickly.
Poorly directed kick from the keeper, he's given it away. Ribery finds himself offside. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Ah, he made it look a bit predictable.
Son Heung-min! Oh, that's incredible! Late in the day, this could well be it! Any thoughts on the goal?
Yeah, and anything that's hit low with real pace like that makes it so much harder for the keeper, and he was never going to get to that.
Having turned the game on its head, now can they hold out?
There's still a bit left in it, Peter, but they should find the necessary to avoid a slip-up now.
And the referee brings it to a close. Atletico Paranaense pleasingly clever on the ball. They had their moments. Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm your commentator, Peter Drury, and providing his unique brand of expert analysis, here's Jim Beglin.
Hello, Peter, and hello to everyone watching. For me, it's a real thrill to be here.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. Well, as you can see, we've already started here. And here's Suarez. Oh, perfectly. And Messi! Goal!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Oh, that's fabulous. Cruyff! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Cruyff clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper. You have to expect that from everyone now.
Lahm. Hit into the middle. Bergomi can get it clear. And that's been won straight back. So just the one early goal to report so far. And the score is 1-0. Threads one in. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Roberto Baggio, Ronaldinho. Thuram gets it away. Now it's Messi. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Nedved, he's through here. It's Luis Suarez! Nedved. Cannavaro did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. And that's definitely not his best. He could be in here. Messi driving forwards.
Atletico Paranense are clearly playing a patient game here, looking to pick out those runners.
Yeah, that's a lot of the forwards, this style, doesn't it? You need them to be very sharp, chasing non-stop, running after lost causes.
Yeah, and you need a lot of movement up front if you're going to make it work.
Brilliantly cut out. Vieira, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. And that could set him on his way. Xabi Alonso was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Pass is just off target. Nedved can so cleverly bypass the press. He's found a way through. Cruyff. And it's Nedved. Nedved! He's done very well to get to that.
Nedved really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
And we have our very first corner. Tries to get it clear. Maldini.
Atletico Paranense really should be happy to let...
He's gone for goal! Cannavaro. He's away, and Cruyff! Well, that wasn't too dissimilar to the previous attempt.
Atletico Paranense really can be very happy with the way they're going about things, Peter. They'll want to capitalise on this good spell, though.
Xabi Alonso wins the duel this time. And this is Cruyff. He is through here. Oh, there's a probing ball. And here's Nedved. Now there's a fight. He's having a shot!
There will be 1 minute added time.
Bastoni. And it's half-time here. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here. Any strong opinions on the first half?
Atletico Paranaense deserve to be ahead and probably should be in front by more considering the amount of chances they've managed. Everything points to more of the same second half and a good solid win.
Atletico Paranaense head for the dressing room in possession of a 1-0 lead.
Substitution for Atletico Paranaense. Number 6, Johan Cruyff.
Here we go again.
Coming on the field is
Atletico
number
Paranaense
17,
really need to go and grab another goal now, Peter, if they're going to go on and secure this.
Oh, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense. Now it's Messi, now it's Bale. He's got away. Roberto Baggio. Goes looking wide, and here's Ronaldinho. Eto! That is decidedly lacking.
Oh, what a chance. He probably had more time than he realised.
Atletico Paranaense come out this half somewhat altered.
Well, I'm assuming that this is going to end up as a tactical change, Peter.
Picked out brilliantly. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Maradona carries the ball down the right. Foot in. Thuram. Manchester United appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
Maradona. Oh, that's a... And the shots! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Cleared away. He's going for goal! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Manchester United can try it again now. It's their second corner of the game.
Substitution for Atletico Paranaense. Number 5, Suarez. Number 10, Messi. Number 13, Xabi Alonso. Coming on the
And he's there to clear it.
Number 7,
And he was alert to it.
Number 9,
Manchester United really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Lahm has it out wide and in space. Cleared without hesitation. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
They're ahead, but they're not playing as if they are. There seems to be more of an emphasis on protecting their lead than...
Goes for goal! It is a very, very good save.
Olise probably should have taken a breath and looked for runners. It helps to put your head up from time to time, Peter.
Look at the space. Tries a shot! Goal! There seemed no way back, but they are level. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, now they've saved themselves. You can really sense a change in the whole atmosphere.
He's gone for goal!
Atletico Paranense really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
And he's been shifted off it. Hazard looking to penetrate opposition lines. Still anyone's game this. One moment can decide it.
It's a very open game and an exciting watch. There are no signs of nerves.
And he shoots! No messing about, just bludgeoned away. And he's managed to gift it back. And here's Bale.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
That's not gone well. And he's in on goal. Takes a shot! They want to be quick to recover this. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Abiati. 90 minutes up, and we will be back for extra time.
Well, there was very little between the sides all the way through, so extra time is the correct next step.
Hello, everybody, and please
So a
join
short
me in
respite for the
wishing a
players
happy
as they
wedding
prepare
anniversary
themselves for
one of our
another
fan club
30
members.
minutes.
Substitution.
So our quest to find the winner continues. Atletico Paranaense pay the price for failing to close out the match in normal time. Can they avoid the same fate here, where the consequences are still more serious? Deep cross. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Mohamed Salah. Now it's Eto'o. Looking for the run. Denilson. He has found the way through. Lahm could try cutting inside here.
Yeah, I think if that can be repeated, there's a good chance of a goal.
Lahm running with the ball. And this is Ribery. Lahm has it in a wide position. Big header! And it's hit the woodwork and out!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And it's Guti. And he's picked it up out wide. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Lahm just loves to go forward whenever he can. And this is Ribery. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
That's it for the first period of extra time.
Wishing all the best for members of our
Well, And it has been a punishing game, both physically and mentally. But does either team have what it takes to find a winner? And we're off for the final time. They have played themselves to a near standstill. What is left in the tank now? Olise. And here's Eto. Denilson. He's had a shot! That's another chance! Oh, what? And one more try! And somehow he managed to miss it.
Denilson fully appreciates that he could have won it then, and now he'll be all the keener not to lose it.
Manchester United have their third corner. They've played it short. And he's whipped it across. Schmeichel claims it without any fuss. Atletico Paranaense are looking to go forward now. Oh, that's a key interception.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
And the pass is intercepted. Great vision. And that's aimed into the middle. Bastoni tries to clear. And it's Nedved. Has a shot! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? That was superb goalkeeping.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that. It's make or break time now, and they're all headed for the penalty box.
Up he goes! And with that, the final whistle. So it does end all square. Inspiration, perspiration, both on show in equal measure. Just not enough on either side to find a winner. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
Yeah, this looked the most likely outcome, but we've had a good variety in this game.
Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm your commentator, Peter Drury, and providing his unique brand of expert analysis, here's Jim Beglin.
Hello, Peter, and hello to everyone watching. For me, it's a real thrill to be here.
Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting.
We have already started here.
He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. Superb goal!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Look, that's one of the first things you learn, whether you're a striker or not. Just anticipate a goalkeeping parry or spillage, and sometimes you'll get lucky. It'll come your way.
So, a breakthrough already. Atletico Paranaense are looking to break at pace.
Oh, sweet feet.
That is a brilliant interception. And the shot! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Pelé. Atletico Paranaense leading here thanks to that early goal. And the score is 1-0. And this is Son Heung-min. Oh, there's a probing ball. Scholes tries to play it through. It's Ibrahimovic! That's a lovely, neat pass. Over to the left. That has not gone well. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
And it's Son Heung-min. Now it's Xabi Alonso. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Well, it's a look of bewilderment. His touch deserted him at the key moment.
Yeah, very careless, and I leave it at that.
And here's Son Heung-min. Yaya Toure is one of those players who's known for reading the game better than anyone. He's in plenty of space here. Climbs up big! They've done it! They have grabbed themselves an equaliser.
Well, you have to credit the desire there. These boys knew they were in a battle, and they did exactly what was needed to get back into it. That's going to make the boss just a little happy now.
Pick that one out. It was a bullet.
That's terrific aggression, the way he attacked the ball.
He's gone for goal! And he has kept it out somehow.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
And this is Cruyff. And they've switched it over to the other side.
That's a cracking pass to stretch the opposition.
Well seen. Saw that coming.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Nedved. Son Heung-min. Pull it. Now that looks a decent ball. And he's managed to get free. Oh, well played, well played. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Now it's Cruyff. Pullet has found the net here, of course. Messi. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped. When it's delivered early like that, defenders just can't get themselves set.
And we have our very first corner. And the keeper beats it away. Messi's cross. That has been knocked clear. He's gone for goal! Oh, he gave that an almighty thump.
Well, I think he's surprised himself how he managed not to hit the target then. He seemed to believe it was going in.
Oh, strongly challenged there.
There will
Pele.
be 1 minute added time.
Can he get it through? Nedved. He's shifting through the gears here. Now the ball in. And there's the end of the first half. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square. And we are up to the break.
Oh, what a half of football. It's 1-1, but it could easily be 3-3 or more. Breakneck speed brilliance.
Atletico Paranaense are level pegging at half-time then, and it's a finely balanced game. 1-1 the score.
Substitution for Atletico Paranaense. Number 5, Suarez. Number 6,
The second half then, just getting going.
number 25, Son Heung-min.
That'll be a
Coming
throw.
on the field, number 11, Filippo Inzaghi. Number 17, Bale. Number 10, Messi. Substitution in progress.
Rummenigge, always looking for that half a chance. Pele in acres of space out. Messi! Good try. The outcome could so easily have been different.
Well, to put it this way, he's probably made better decisions.
Messi. Maldini gets across to intercept that. Now it's Bale. Tries to pass it through. Oh, what a mistake! And he's gone looking for safety. Picked out brilliantly. Real chance! Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. And it's Lam, aimed beyond the defence. Pull it. Rummenigge.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Opts for safety. Maldini. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing.
Rummenigge really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Up he goes! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Scholes. Atletico Paranaense, perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution. Pele, out towards the flank. Great run on the overlap here. Looking to go deep. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Just eases him off the ball. Nedved.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Oh, that pass isn't the best. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
And a chance! Oh, that was no routine save.
Rummenigge clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Corner number 2 then. Xabi Alonso with the clearance. Atletico Paranaense have the chance to go the other way. This looks promising. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now.
Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Rummenigge. Nedved. For Lahm. Rummenigge. Bergomi providing an outlet on that flank. Lovely feet. And it's Scholes. A game with so much to recommend it. Fabulous contest, but still no clear winner.
It's a very open game and an exciting watch. There are no signs of nerves or caginess from either team. This pitch is go-for-it territory right now. Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Lahm is one of the key ingredients in the team's attack. Now, can they get him away?
There will be 1 minute added time.
Nedved. That is good alertness. Pull it. So nothing between them in 90 minutes, and we are in for extra time.
Well, I think many on that pitch were ready for the final whistle to come, so let's hope that there's still plenty of energy about.
It is now time for our special moderate.
Well, fitness and fatigue, the key factors now as we head for extra time.
Substitution for Atletico Paranaense. Number 11.
90 minutes gone and nothing between them still.
Xabi Alonso. Number 8.
That has ended up in no man's land. Pass somewhat off target.
Number 7.
Pull it.
Number 23.
Gnabry.
Serge Gnabry. Number 9.
And it's Lahm.
Rico.
Looking for options for movement. Hangs one in.
Oh, that's a cracking ball. Too quick for defence and keeper.
And they've got a throw. Milan are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan. Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Chance to deliver. There's the header! Lahm gets rid without sophistication. Now, try to spin that positively. I certainly can't. Nicely aimed pass. And the pass is intercepted. Pull it. Pull it. And he's had a hit! Now, who's going to be first to this? Half-time, extra time.
Hello, everybody, and quick
Well, both
announcements
teams have
now.
run themselves into the ground out there. Does anyone have one last moment of magic in them?
substitutions taking place.
And so the last chance to find a winner. This really has been thrilling. Both sides... He's got Tool! Oh, it's in! Late in the day! This could well be it! A really thumping header. Absolutely crashes it in.
Yeah, but I think most of the credit has to go for the ball into the box, Peter. Just came in at the perfect time and the perfect angle.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
I just think this has been a lesson in character, togetherness and composure. I think most teams would have crumbled by now, but this refusal to give up is brilliant.
And that's aimed into the middle. Not pretty, but it gets the job done.
Kohler really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Atletico Paranaense are looking desperate here, short on time and options.
Look, their path is set. They have to take risks in every situation now. Milan can really think about the precious seconds that took off the clock. No need to overly commit now.
Beckham picks it up out wide. Corner number 3 coming up. And it's played in here. Atletico Paranaense are looking to go forward now. And that will be the final act. Well, what a game. Unpredictable to the very end. Momentum shifting this way and that. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. So, it's down to business here. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
The fella you're looking at, Peter, Ashraf Hakimi. I think one of the better offensive fullbacks anywhere in the world. He's very much the modern fullback. He was a winger, moved a little bit deeper, but he still has that passion to get forward. And we know it's backed up by a great engine and occasionally an eye for goal.
Yeah, he'll certainly be leaving his mark on this game, quite possibly. And he's had a hit! Oh, he gave that an almighty thump.
Yeah, it didn't come off, but you can praise the drive and the application. It was beautifully hit.
And it's Stoichkov. Stoichkov proves just a little bit too strong. Is there any support? Neymar! And it's hit the woodwork and out! Cleared without complication. He's had a shot! Szoboszlai. Pedri, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. And he shoots! It's a carbon copy of the previous miss.
Manchester United really can be very happy with the way they're going about things, Peter. They'll want to capitalise on this good spell, though.
And we have our very first corner. He rises! Goal! Manchester United! Great corner, and he did the rest.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
A 1-0 lead established.
Well, this should allow them to be a bit more expansive, although they'll be wise to be cautious for now.
Xabi Alonso. Messi receives, goes for goal! It's hit the crossbar. Big header! And that's caused a worry or two.
Well, he looks a little annoyed with himself, Peter, but he hit it well enough. Better look next time, maybe.
Messi.
Atletico Paranaense really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
And this is Luis Suarez. Oh, that's nice. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Goes for a shot! A potential goal of the season contender, if only.
He's the one player you want on the ball running at defences, and that's precisely why.
Atletico Paranaense have their second corner now. Defending of the desperate variety. It's run loose here. He's in space and looking for options. And that's gone behind for a goal kick. Neymar is someone who's always looking to catch the eye with his trickery. Oh, no joy this time. Manchester United have it back and can go again.
Atletico Paranaense certainly could do with a positive spell for the remainder of this half, just to set the tone for what's to come.
He ran himself into trouble there, free kick given away. And the referee has shown him a yellow card. Lam has quite the footballing brain. He's almost never outsmarted. Neymar. Pedri. Oh, easy pickings there. And that's really well manoeuvred.
There will be 3
Rummenigge.
added time.
Pedri. And the shot! And it's come back out to him. They've done it! And there's the goal they've been looking for. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, it still had to be finished off, so well done to the goal scorer, but the keeper should have done a lot better.
And it's half-time here. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it, so I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
For information provided by the local police. Substitution in progress.
Whistle goes, and we start the second half.
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it and try and pull one back, but they also have to be aware that going 3 down will probably seal their fate.
And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Atletico Paranaense do appear to have made a half-time change.
Well, I'm assuming that this is going to end up as a tactical change, Peter.
Played in. Last-ditch defense. Shoots! Johan Cruyff, an individual masterpiece. About as smooth as it gets. The second half off to a spectacular start. He gave it plenty and some. Thrashed it in.
Yeah, you just don't save those, Peter. Too much power on, and the manager's absolutely loving this.
We have got ourselves a game here.
What a difference a half-time rocket from the manager can make. This is exactly the response he'd be looking for.
Lahm delivers. No, that's not going to find its target. Pedri plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. It's played through for him. Soboslai unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. But they've got it again. He's having a go. It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Atletico Paranaense perhaps contemplating their next change here. Cruyff does have his name on the score sheet, of course. A probing pass. He's going for goal! Vieira. Guti. Half an hour gone in the second half. Neymar. Oh, it's a great ball here.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
It is looking like the end. If anything's going to happen, it's got to happen now.
All they need is one big chance, and it may do the trick.
Now it's Cruyff. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Neymar has created one goal already. Thuram cuts out the pass.
Manchester United can really think about the precious seconds that took off the clock. No need to overly commit now.
Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Oh, just skips past his man. Now it's Messi. Now it's Cruyff. That's been slipped through. Oh, it's taken out. That'll be a foul. And that's going to be a booking.
Yeah, he may feign to shoot and just play it into the box.
And that is the end of it. They hung on right till the finish. Well, that turned out to be quite a game. Both sides committed.